Have you ever scrolled through the curated highlight reels on social media and felt your own life pale in comparison? Have you yearned for a more refined existence, yet found the path elusive? As early as 1857, a French countrywoman named Emma Bovary was trapped in this same spiritual malaise. Her life was a fervent, futile pursuit of a poetic existence, one that ultimately left her broken by debt and despair. Her story, however, is far more profound than a simple tale of a love-struck woman. With this novel, Gustave Flaubert diagnosed, over a century in advance, a modern affliction. When boundless desire is packaged as a refined ideal, how do we avoid treading the same path to disillusionment? Part 1. Romantic Phantoms in the Convent. In the Normandy countryside of 1857, young Emma Rouault grows up in a convent boarding school. She reads romantic novels, plays the piano, sketches, and dreams of the passionate life, described in her books, of castles, knights, and moonlit vows. Her marriage to Charles Bovary, the earnest but dull village doctor, shatters these illusions. She finds matrimony to be nothing more than a monotonous dinner. A pivotal moment arrives at a ball at the aristocratic chateau of Vaubyessard. Dancing with a viscount, touching the silver, breathing the air of high society, she becomes irrevocably infected with a pathological longing for a different life. Part 2. Double adultery and the quicksand of debt. Emma seeks escape through two affairs. The first is with the young law clerk Lyon, a relationship born from literary affinity that withers into banality. The second is with the seasoned seducer, the squire Rodolphe, who sees Emma as easy prey and ensnares her with cynical love letters. Emma frames her adultery as a heroic act of rebellion against mediocrity, only to be utterly devastated when both men abandon her. Concurrently, to finance the trappings of her fantasy life, the velvet curtains, silverware, and lavish gifts, she falls into a debt trap set by the mercer Leroux, signing one promissory note after another. Her downfall is twofold. Emotional and financial ruin advance in lockstep. Part 3. Arsenic and velvet gloves. When her debts are exposed, Emma's desperate pleas for help are met with universal rejection. Rodolphe refuses to lend money, a lawyer offers only empty advances, and a notary hints at a carnal transaction. In utter despair, she rushes into the shop of the pharmacist Haumais, grabs a handful of arsenic, and swallows it. Flaubert renders her death with clinical brutality. Vomiting, convulsions, her body turning black. In her final moments, she hears the blind beggar outside her window singing a bawdy song, a cruel irony, representing the pure romance she forever sought and never found. After her death, Charles discovers the love letters and the account books. The twin revelations break him, and he soon follows her to the grave. The only victor is the vulgar opportunist Haumais, who receives the Legion of Honor medal he coveted. Part 4. Whose tragedy is it? Madame Bovary transcends simple moralizing. Emma's tragedy stems from a triple oppression. The poison of romantic literature. The novel exposes how reading can cultivate false desires and unrealistic expectations. The vanity of bourgeois society. The emerging world of consumer goods and easy credit creates a hell of perpetual envy and status-seeking. The suffocation of female destiny. A 19th-century middle-class woman was trapped within marriage, with emotional fulfillment as her only perceived avenue of escape. Flaubert's famous declaration, Madame Bovary, c'est moi, I am Madame Bovary, reveals a profound truth. Emma's fantasies are a projection of a universal human desire. Her destruction stems not from moral decay, but from her attempt to live poetically in a vulgar reality. She simply chose the wrong means. Substituting consumption for creation, and adultery for a meaningful revolt against nihilism. Part 5. A harbinger of modernity. Put on trial for outrage to public morals in 1857, the novel nonetheless became a milestone of modern literature. Flaubert's objective method, withholding authorial judgment and letting details speak for themselves, ushered in a new era of realism. Emma's plight feels acutely relevant today. In an age where social media manufactures desire and consumerism promises happiness, are we not all, to some degree, Madame Bovary? The final, devastating judgment, she died from being too loyal to her illusions, stands as an ultimate question posed to the romantic in every era.